A shot rings out. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. The year is 1914. Europe is a continent of empires, all vying for power and prestige. The great powers are locked in a dangerous game of alliances, with each nation suspicious of its neighbors. Into this powder keg steps Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne. On a sunny June day, he travels to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia. The Archduke and his wife Sophie are there on a state visit, unaware that their every move is being watched. As their motorcade makes its way through the city, a young Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip sees his chance. He pulls out a pistol and fires, fatally wounding the Archduke and his wife. The assassination sends shockwaves across Europe. Austria-Hungary, blaming Serbia for the attack, issues an ultimatum with impossible demands. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was a spark that ignited the tinderbox of European tensions. Within weeks, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, triggering a chain reaction that would engulf the continent in war. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia, which was pledged to defend Serbia. Germany then declared war on France, an ally of Russia. With Germany's invasion of neutral Belgium, Great Britain declared war on Germany. Within a month, the major powers of Europe were at war. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand had plunged the world into the abyss of World War I. A continent on the brink, alliances and tensions in early 20th century Europe. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the catalyst, but the roots of World War I ran much deeper. Europe in the early 20th century was a hotbed of nationalism, imperialism, and military buildup. Each nation sought to assert its dominance, leading to a complex web of alliances. These alliances, meant to deter aggression, instead acted as a tripwire, dragging nation after nation into the conflict. The two main alliances were the Triple Alliance, consisting of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy, and the Triple Entente, made up of France, Russia, and Great Britain. These alliances created a dangerous system where an attack on one member was considered an attack on all. This meant that a localized conflict, such as the one between Austria-Hungary and Serbia, could quickly escalate into a continental war. Adding to the tensions was a fierce arms race. Each nation sought to outdo its rivals in terms of military strength, creating an atmosphere of suspicion and fear. Germany, in particular, embarked on a massive naval buildup, challenging Great Britain's long-held dominance at sea. This further fueled tensions and created a sense that war was inevitable. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand provided the spark, but the stage for World War I had been set long before that fateful day in Sarajevo. A complex interplay of alliances, nationalism, imperialism, and militarism had created a climate where war seemed not only possible, but perhaps even inevitable. A new kind of war: trench warfare and the horrors of the Western Front. World War I was a conflict unlike any before it. Gone were the days of grand cavalry charges and open battles. In their place was a new kind of warfare, one dominated by trenches, machine guns, and artillery. The Western Front, stretching for hundreds of miles across France and Belgium, became a nightmarish landscape of mud, barbed wire, and death. Soldiers on both sides faced unimaginable conditions. They lived in cramped, rat-infested trenches, constantly exposed to the elements and enemy fire. Disease was rampant, and the psychological toll of constant bombardment was immense. Attacks were often met with a hail of machine gun fire, leading to horrific casualties. One of the defining features of trench warfare was the no-man's land that separated the opposing trenches. This desolate strip of land was often littered with barbed wire, landmines, and the bodies of fallen soldiers. Crossing no man's land during an attack was a terrifying ordeal, with death or serious injury almost certain. The stalemate on the Western Front led to some of the bloodiest battles in human history. The Battle of the Somme, for example, lasted for over 4 months and resulted in over 1 million casualties. The Battle of Verdun, another infamous clash, lasted even longer and claimed the lives of hundreds of thousands of soldiers.